We're probably going to bring rhubarb today, which we didn't bring her yesterday. We were kind of parked on the outskirts in like a suburb. So we're just we've started our trip north. Welcome back! I've just arrived in Oslo. Well, I arrived yesterday, but we've just driven back in. We were parking slightly outside of Oslo. This is gonna be the start of a new video, I think. I thought I would give you guys an update and sort of intro this video while I'm doing my makeup. Like I said, we just arrived in Oslo. We were here yesterday, but we were just kind of doing like chores and things that we needed to do. I saw a girl on TikTok doing her foundation and her concealer like this, like rubbing it into her hand and using her hand as a palette, and it went on so smoothly. So I've been doing that the last while and really like how it turns out. So that's what I'm doing right now. Anyways, we were just kind of doing boring things yesterday, so I didn't film anything. But today we're doing Oslo for real. Like, we want to check out some places, go to some cafes, go to some shops and stuff. We didn't make a very solid plan, which maybe we should have done that, but we're just kind of playing it by ear and seeing what we feel like doing. We're probably going to bring rhubarb today, which we didn't bring her yesterday. We're kind of parked on the outskirts in like a suburb where there's free parking, and taking public transport in, and it's like 40 minutes on the bus. So we're thinking we might bring her today because it was kind of sad leaving her in the car for ages yesterday. So we don't really want to do that 2 days in a row. But she is quite difficult in cities. Like, she gets very overstimulated. Bailey's up throwing the ball with her on a hill over there while I'm doing my makeup to kind of get some of the excess energy out, so that'll hopefully help, and we'll bring lots of treats and stuff. But yeah, we don't really have a plan, so I'm not sure what we're gonna get up to. I guess we'll find out together. So yeah, the last few days I have been mentally exhausted. We kind of made a big decision to skip like a whole section of Sweden, even though we really loved Sweden. We were on the west coast of Sweden, like Smogen and Gothenburg, and we were going to go all the way back over to the east coast. This was in the plan, to go back over to the east coast to go to Stockholm and to see a few other things. And when we were taking our couple of days off, we kind of just decided, let's just go to Norway and get an extra like 10 days in Norway, because somewhere that we were both really interested in going is, I'm doing my freckles with this. It's not very good. I'd like to get the Tarte freckle pen thing, but I can't find it anywhere. Anyways, we were both really interested in going to northern Norway, to Lofoten and Tromsø and places like that, and like to see the midnight sun. Obviously it's like end of April at the moment, so we won't get like a full midnight sun, but it's still extremely long days. So we weren't going to be able to fit that into the plan if we stuck to the original route where we go to Stockholm and that. But now that we have those extra 10 days, we actually can make it all the way up there. It's going to be 3 days of heavy driving after today, to get up to Trondheim, then up to Lofoten. I don't know, we're going to go somewhere in the middle. I'm not sure yet what stop we're going to make on the second day, but we'll figure that out. And yeah, once we get up there, we'll spend a few days doing things in the north, and then we'll start slowly coming back down again, and then go back into the original plan of going back down the west coast along the fjords and whatnot. But we're kind of happier with that decision, to be honest. It's sad to miss Stockholm. I would have liked to see it, but again, cities are not our priority. Like, even being in Oslo, even though I like it, it's just kind of more stressful than the nature. Is that someone walking their cat? That's really cute. It's just kind of more stressful being in the city, especially with Rhubarb, because either we bring her and she's stressed, or we leave her in the van and she's stressed. So I'm just kind of constantly worrying about her, you know? It makes more sense for us. We get more time in like beautiful nature. We get to see the midnight sun, which is quite a unique experience, like being in the Arctic Circle. That's cool. And I don't mind cold. I prefer cold to hot. So that's not an issue for me, and I think it's a good time of year to do it. Obviously during the midnight sun, like during June to August, I guess it is, would be more ideal, but then there's more people as well, you know. It's like that's when the main season for tourism starts in Scandinavia, so we wouldn't be as isolated, which we really, really like when we're traveling, that we just kind of are on our own and we're not like competing with other tourists. We just get to do our own thing, and we're quite lucky to be able to do that. So I kind of think it's a good time. It's a good compromise, and I think it'll still be really beautiful. And we want to go on we have some really nice hikes saved, and we want to go on some hikes, you know, like in the middle of the night when it's still bright, which is so cool. So that's the plan, which means that tomorrow we start with our long driving days. So it's about, what, 6 hours at least a day of driving. So we're going to start really early in the morning and no dilly-dallying, get going and try and get as much done every day as possible. But I'm actually okay with that. I don't mind driving. You know, driving is kind of relaxing now. I'm so used to being on the other side of the road now that it feels like this is what I've always done. The one challenge is that the steering wheel is on the wrong side, so it's kind of like when you're on a motorway and stuff, like having people overtake you is a little bit stressful because you can't as readily see them in the other side of the mirror instead of the one that's on right beside you on your side, which is what would be the case if I was sitting on the correct side of the vehicle. But other than that, driving around, even in the city, is not stressful for me anymore. And I never thought I would say that, because when we were living in Berlin, I refused to drive when we were living in Berlin because it was so stressful to me, driving on the wrong side of the road in a city. But now it's like, I've always been driving on this side of the road, and I'm a very comfortable driver anyways. Like, I am a good driver. I've been driving for a long time, since I was 18. So it's like, I've been driving for at least a decade. So I'm comfortable driving, but it was a challenge for me to adjust to the other side of the road. But now I feel like I've actually adjusted, and that's so exciting. I never thought I would hear myself say that. Now I'm kind of like, where else will I go? Will we go to Canada or the United States? Someday. My eyelashes are literally pin straight. They go straight down if I don't curl them, and they don't hold a curl. So I have to use waterproof mascara as well. I feel like I've kind of found a good mascara that works for me. It's the Maybelline Lash Sensational waterproof one. And this seems to hold a curl better than anything else I've tried, but it's still not perfect. And I wish I could just not wear waterproof mascara because it's so annoying to take off at night. Okay. Still need to figure out what I'm going to do with my hair today, and I need to get changed. So I'm going to go do that, and I'll see you on the flip side.
I can't wait to get on the road again.
The gang's on the move.
We moving.
This little chicken is coming with us.
I will regret that decision.
Did I left it on?
I don't know.
Don't think I did.
Call you, no answer. It's cool girl. I feel you. Blue blood.
Oh, wait.
This party. Setting you. I hate him. Tears are falling. Can't tell if I'm falling. Floating through this kitchen.
Hey! We're driving out of Norway now. I mean, Oslo. we're leaving Norway. We've had enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're driving out of Oslo now. And we're pretty pooped. We just... Cities? Not for us. Rhubarb's also exhausted. She came with us. And we didn't really do much.
No.
To be honest, we didn't really see much of Oslo. We went to a nice cafe and had a coffee. And then we got some food at this street food place. It was a big hall with loads of different street food counters, which was actually really cool, and the food was really nice. I had a banh mi and Bailey had spicy wings.
Spicy buffalo chicken.
Yeah. And we were supposed to buy dog food, but because it was we picked such a bad time. It's Easter weekend, so today is Saturday, so tomorrow is Easter Sunday. Everything closed really early. Everything was closed by like 4 o'clock, and we were supposed to buy dog food, but everything was closed and we couldn't find it. Couldn't find anywhere that was open. And there's no point staying another day because then it's Easter Sunday and then Easter Monday, or whatever the Monday after Easter Sunday is called. I don't know what that is.
It's a holiday.
And everything's closed on those days as well. So we've started our trip north. We're taking advantage of the fact that everything was closed early, and we're just gonna start our drive tonight instead of tomorrow. So we're doing 2.5 hours today, stopping at the side of the road somewhere, and we'll keep going in first thing in the morning. Just get as much done as possible. I bought this new fleece and I love it. You just can't beat a good fleece. So cozy. And you got a new t-shirt, didn't you?
2 new t-shirts.
2 new t-shirts.
It's crazy. I feel more drained after leaving. I felt more drained after leaving Gothenburg and Oslo than I did after hiking.
Yeah, same.
I would feel less tired if we went
Yeah.
on another 12
12 kilometer hike, yeah. Don't know what it is about cities, but it's just exhausting.
Yeah. I think after living in Berlin,
Mm-hmm.
it's made me feel like that's how we were exhausted all the time.
Yeah.
Didn't understand why we were exhausted.
It's putting it into context a little bit,
Yeah.
because we noticed that when we were living in Berlin, there was a point in my life when I first moved there where I was actually happy in the city, and then the last year when we were living there, we stayed in our house most of the time. We barely left the house because we were both just completely burnt out constantly. Like, obviously we had full-time jobs, and that was as much as we could manage. We didn't have any leftover energy to do anything else after work or on the weekends. So it was literally just spent all of our time off recuperating from being at work.
Playing video games.
So yeah, we were just playing video games in the house or just relaxing, having movie nights, stuff like that. And now it makes sense.
Yeah. I feel like that's last few days being in the city, it just made me feel a familiar type of fatigue that comes with getting on public transport,
Yeah,
walking from one place to the next, trying to
being
make
around
sure,
people all the time.
trying to make sure rhubarb doesn't like attack some homeless person or child because they're weird. You know what I mean? It's like you're just on.
Yeah, constantly on alert with rhubarb because she's so sensitive, and she's just like, she'll just start manically barking at some random person. Like, she just picks a person that she doesn't like the look of and just starts going crazy. So it's like you're almost looking at everyone to check
Size
before
everybody up, yeah.
before rhubarb sees anybody, to check whether you think that might be a person that might trigger rhubarb. Yeah.
I'm
All in
excited
all,
to
it's
get
exhausting.
out of civilization.
Yeah, me too. So we're going to the opposite now. We're going up to the very north, which is probably where the least amount of people are in the country. So that's exciting, and the most beautiful hikes and the most isolated spots. So I'm looking forward to that, but before then we have to do a serious trek. A couple of days,
Yeah.
full days of driving. It's gonna be expensive. We're gonna try and get some diesel today just in case the petrol stations are closed on Easter Sunday, because that would be a bit of a disaster if we ran out of diesel. So we'll do that today, and then that's pretty much it. Then we're just gonna get to the spot we picked on the side of the road, eat a bit of dinner and go to bed. That's the plan.
up, girls? What you doing?
On the road again! Whoop whoop! Yeah. We left it a little bit late this morning. It's 10:30. I've put Trondheim into Google Maps. 3 hours and 20 minutes. But today's Easter Sunday. So really we've got to fit an Easter egg hunt into the agenda.
Listen to this backhanded Google review. Are you ready for this? It's a museum, like a mini museum on the road on the way. That's kind of cute, actually. Weird little rocket ships and stuff. That's
that's
buildings.
cool.
It's a rocket ship.
I like it.
Do you want to go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go to the weird museum.
It's on the way.
Okay.
Okay.
Her lips, her thighs, she laughs, I cry, she lives in my mind.
Rocking up to the rocket ship.
I'm so confused.
I'm
No
excited.
idea what this is a museum of.
It's Easter Sunday. Let's hope it's open.
It's definitely not open. It definitely is open.
Look at the rocket ship. I love it. I really hope it's open. It's open. We're going up to the rocket ship. Woohoo! She said it's closed today, so we can't go to the moon, but we can look at it. It's a pretty cute spot for a coffee.
And the
We're in the
nearest
cinema.
hill upwards lies Pinchcliffe, a little hill village perched under the azure sky with its own steam-driven cheese factory and camping site.
The museum was so worth the trip.
Yeah.
It was such a cute little spot. It turns out it was like some Norwegian really old cartoon and this famous movie. She called it a movie, but it was definitely just a short film. How long was that? Like 20 minutes?
Yeah.
And we watched it in the cinema that they have in the museum dubbed in English, and it was so good. I loved it. And now we are back on the road. I'm exhausted, so I'm drinking a Monster. And we're heading towards Trondheim. There's snow everywhere. Like it's melted snow, but it's all over the place. So I have a feeling we're definitely going to be running into proper snow the further north we get. Exciting! We've arrived at our spot for the night. It's actually beside a stunning waterfall. It's super beautiful, and I think it's like because it's spring, the snow has melted, so it's really powerful at the moment. Maybe it's like that all year round, I don't know, but it looks so good. I love it. Rhubarb got really excited and terrified me. I thought she was going to jump into the rushing water, which is like down a steep slope. So now she's on her long lead. She's not allowed near the waterfall unsupervised. I drove for about 5 hours today and I'm so exhausted. Usually 5 hours of driving wouldn't destroy me, but the entire drive was on single lane, windy, up and down hill roads. None of it was motorway, which obviously super beautiful. I'm really happy about that. The whole drive was beautiful, but it requires so much more brain power to do that kind of driving than to just chill on a motorway, you know? So I'm mentally exhausted right now. My brain is on about 15%. my boyfriend is, it's Easter Sunday, so my boyfriend is making me an Easter egg hunt because I'm a child, and he's making riddles for it, so I have to answer a riddle to get the next egg. I don't know how that's gonna go with my brain on 15% power. I might need to take a nap or something beforehand, but I'm kind of excited. It's gonna be fun anyways. Look at our spot for the night. We pulled up here a couple of hours ago. We did, I want to say, about 6 hours of driving today. And we're just south of Rana. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. So we're a little bit south of the Arctic Circle right now. But it's literally like we crossed over to a winter wonderland. There were frozen lakes on the drive. Stunning. We're super on level. Wait, I'll show you. Literally on a hill, front to back and left to right, so very unlevel. It was a challenge to make dinner, but I think we can all agree that it's worth it for that view. I'm feeling less tired today, even though I drove more, so that's good. But we do have another full day of driving tomorrow to get all the way up to the north, so I'm definitely gonna get an early night tonight. I need to clean the van because it's super dirty. Bailey's gone out for a walk with Rue right now, and then I'm gonna get a start on the clean, but he'll probably finish most of it when he's back. So that's what I'm gonna do now, and then I might read my book for a bit. I'm reading, I don't know if I said this already, I'm reading a book called Poor by Katrina O'Sullivan. She's a British and Irish author. And it's an autobiography. It's so good. Highly, highly recommend. So I'm nearly finished that book now. I might actually just try and finish it tonight. And then, yeah, like I said, get an early night. Try and get as much sleep as possible before tomorrow. And that's it. potentially the most stressful morning we've had so far.
Yeah, it's up there. So.
We woke up and our floor was covered in water. We eventually figured out that the pipe leading into the tap had come loose inside the tap, which has happened before. So I think we maybe need to buy a new tap. Because even when we tighten it, it's just like, it's so hard to get at. I don't know what the correct method is to tighten that, because I can't think of a way that it's, maybe you need like a specific tool or something. I don't know, I'm not a plumber. But we've tightened it as much as we can. It's stopped the leak for now, but it will come back. So we dealt with that, and then yeah, remember how I was saying that the view totally made the steep slope worth it? Maybe eating my words. It was quite stressful. It was difficult to sleep on a steep slope.
Oh,
and then
the steep.
The left to right slope was the real problem.
Not again, never again.
Yeah, and like doing anything on the counter, like everything was just sort of falling over. The coffee, the AeroPress like fell over with all the coffee in it. Just so stressful. And then the cherry on the cake was when we were leaving, it was possibly the most stressful bit of driving I've ever done. So I showed you yesterday, we were right on a cliff edge down into the fjord, and the path, it was like a dead-end path, a narrow path leading around, and we probably should have, I mean, next time we'll know better. We probably should have thought about this. We thought it'll be fine, I'll just reverse out, because there was no turning possibilities. So I thought I'll just reverse out, even though the end of the reverse is like a steep uphill. But then it rained this morning, which we didn't check the weather forecast, which was stupid, but it rained this morning, so then it started getting really mucky and I was getting stuck in the mud. So it took like a few attempts to get around the bend where the muck was the thickest, but we managed to get out. It was a little bit stressful. I thought we were going to be stuck there for a few days, and it's supposed to snow the day after tomorrow, so that would have been really stressful. But we're out, we're on our way. We're just trying to find a campsite now. We don't like staying at campsites, but we really need to shower and to do a wash and to wash our bed sheets and everything, so we just kind of need to do a bit of a reset. We're feeling a little bit overwhelmed after this morning, and we just need to sort everything out and get back to baseline. That's literally a moose in someone's garden. Just had a bit of coffee in Rana. Still don't know how to pronounce that. And €17 for 2 coffees and a cake. Super bargain. Now we are pulling into a Biltema to buy a new air filter, because we're going to replace the air filter in the van and do an oil top up, and potentially also change the windscreen wipers if we can afford it. They're a little bit not so good right now.
They're wiping jack squat. We won't swear here.
And then we found a spot on Park for Night where it's a petrol station just outside the town here, where you can shower for how much? 20 NOK?
€2 for 15 minutes.
€2 for 15 minutes. And washing machine and dryer. So don't even need a campsite. Do it all at the petrol station.
Losers.
So that's our next plan. We'll see how that goes. Proud owner of 2 new windscreen wipers and a new air filter. Woohoo! So we found the Okay, that's fine. We found the Esso petrol station with the washing machine and the shower. It's actually really nice. I'll show you in a minute. And pretty cheap. It was 60 NOK for 2 showers and a wash and a dry, which is like €5 or €6. That's nothing. So we saved the price of staying at a campsite to use their services and just pay €5 or €6 to get a whole wash done. We're washing our bed sheets and all of our dirty clothes, and mostly dirty tea towels because we used so many towels cleaning up that big mess this morning. So Bailey's in the shower right now. He's doing a 15-minute shower. Meanwhile, I'm gonna attempt to dye my hair because I don't know if you can see. You can definitely see my roots are very present. So I have everything I need here. I have my developer and my dye, Vaseline, brush, and gloves. I've never dyed my hair in a van before, so this is going to be fun. You can join me for this adventure. And then when he's done, I'll let it develop for probably a bit longer and then go in and wash it out in the shower. Finished dyeing my hair. This is the shower. Not bad, to be honest, for a petrol station. And then there's the dryer. We've got our bed clothes in the dryer. So I'm gonna go shower and I'll see you after. We have had a day. You can see it's nighttime now. It is 10 to 10. We have spent the entire day at this Esso petrol station. Came here to shower and wash our clothes, and turns out the dryer just doesn't work, and it took the entire day to dry our clothes. Finally left there and realized 10 minutes into the drive that we had forgotten our 2 towels that we had used to shower. So we came the 10 minutes back, and now we are, thank God, actually on the way. We were hoping to do about a 3-hour drive today. That is definitely not happening. We're gonna have to see how far we get. I had then picked a spot an hour and a half away, but at this point I don't even know if we're gonna make it that far either. We want to catch a ferry to Lofoten Islands tomorrow. The ferry is at 3:15, so we do have time tomorrow to get there, but I would like to get some of the drive done today, so we'll see how far we get.
what if I told you that whilst you were sleeping, we crossed the Arctic Circle and there's snow everywhere? You don't believe me, do you?
Shut up, Dad.
There's no snow everywhere, Dad.
There's no snow everywhere. Just let me out. I'm gonna go do my pee out here.
Okay, okay. Well, how about checking it out, buddy? What's that? What's that? Look.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh. Careful about the feet.
What do you think, Grilly? What do you think?
What do you think of that? Doing a wee in the snow.
Oh my goodness. Is that the wind? That's okay, baby. Are you sweeping, Rhubarb? Are you totally asleep by now?
Can I get into bed, please?
Are you in that spot?
Can I get into bed, please? Hello.
Are you in your dad's spot pretending to be asleep?
Literally not asleep, dude. Literally not asleep. Open your eyes. You're such ass nigga. You're awake, dude. What are you pretending to be asleep, man? That's actually crazy. That's actually what she's doing right now.
Yeah.
Ah, guys. Oh, no.
No, I'm asleep.